Hey everybody, this is Jennifer with Giddy Up Hallmark. Welcome back to my channel. If you want to see the reviews for all of Hallmark's winter escape movies, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so I did release a video of Lost in Paradise. I love that movie, so definitely go check out that video if you want to see a more detailed video. I actually also made a video for a Melbourne match that I never did get around to putting that together and putting it out. Like, I made the whole video and then I never took the time to edit it. Editing can sometimes be tedious and I just did not have the time, and I also just honestly I just needed a break, so I did not get around to it. So what I thought I would do for Winter Escape, which was Hallmark's January lineup, and then Love-uary, which is Hallmark's February lineup, I am just going to take all the movies and bundle them up into one video, kind of like I did for Christmas, and just talk about them all at once. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we get started, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at Giddy Up Hallmark, and turn that notification bell on. That way you're notified each and every time that I do upload, which has not been a lot lately, but that's okay. So without any further ado, let's dive into the Winter Escape. Alright, so coming in at number 1 was Lost in Paradise, starring Lacey Chabert and Ian Harding. And this, I felt like they came into the new year with a bang. And I gave this movie 5 stars because it was absolutely wonderful. I have seen that movie, I know, at least 10 times. I'm not even joking. Like, I truly love that movie so much. So basically, I'm just going to wrap this up really quick because I've already made a whole video on this. So Lacey owns her company and Ian's character is a chef, and they get on this plane. Long story short, it crashes and they are on this deserted island, and of course, will there be love? Yeah, so I just really feel like it's full of suspense. It's full of laughter. There's, you know, it has its ups and down moments. And this movie just all around deserves a 5. I felt like coming out of the holiday season, we really love those holiday movies. And Lost in Paradise was just a wonderful movie to set the tone for the new year. All right, so next we have a Melbourne match, which I also made a video for, but I didn't get around to posting that. I apologize. But a Melbourne match starred Mallory Jansen and Ryan Corr, and it takes place in Melbourne, Australia. And I loved this movie as well. Like, I swear there was a time, like a week, where I would watch Lost in Paradise and then immediately watch Melbourne match, and I would just like repeat. I just loved that movie so much. Like, when I first saw it, I wasn't really sure it would be the right fit for me, but I fell in love with that movie. I just love everything about it. And so Mallory plays a travel journalist, and she usually does like a 24-hour where she goes to a city for 24 hours, but her boss decided to give her a bigger load to see how she would do, put her in Melbourne, Australia for a week. And I tell you, the craziest of things can happen when you are in a different place for a week, but it is full of romance, fun, and laughter, and I am giving this movie a 4.5 stars. It is definitely a movie that you should check out. Love on the Amazon was another surpriser for me. I mean, I felt like Hallmark just kept their flow going and they did such a good job. So Love on the Amazon stars JC Elliott and Rafael de la Fuente, and it is about, so JC's character, her sister is doing research in the Amazon, and she gets this notice that she's accepted into a program, or she gets funding for it, or you know, it's something like that. So JC's character has to go find her, so she hires Raphael, and he doesn't want to do it, but he does, and he takes her on this really big boat. So many adventures. I don't know, this was another movie that I felt like Hallmark just, instead of stringing it along at at the very beginning to build the story, they jumped right into it. And I really enjoy this movie. Like, I legit enjoy this movie. And that is why I'm going to give it a 4-star rating. And it's on the verge of a 4.5. It definitely is a movie that you cannot miss. And that is Love on the Amazon. Caught by Love was Hallmark's 4th movie, and this one starred Rachel A. Cook and Luke McFarlane. And I loved that they put those two together. I thought they were really cute together. And so what happens is Rachel, her best friend, gives her kind of like this vacation, this getaway. And while she's there, she meets Luke McFarlane, who's actually a private detective. And they get into all sorts of mischief and trying to find out what's going on. And I really, really loved the vibes of everything. I forget where it takes place, but it was beautiful and just filled with just beauty. That's one thing that I really loved about Hallmark's Winter Escape. They really took you on an escape, and it was just so magical. The story was kind of different, and I just really enjoyed this movie, and that is why I am going to be giving this movie a 4-star rating. Way to go, Hallmark. Alright, and then last but not least, Missing the Boat was Hallmark's 5th movie they released for the Winter Escape, and it stars Emily Ullerup and Christopher Palaha. I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was such a good movie. So basically, Emily is, I don't know their roles, but she is going to go on this ship to kind of see how things are running and to see if they need to get funding, I believe. And then Christopher is like the lawyer, and they go on like kind of like a date, not a date, but they just decide to take an adventure because she doesn't want him knowing what she does. And so they take an adventure, and while they are out there, the boat sets sail without them, and it's a crazy adventure for them to try to find their way back onto the boat. And I really, really liked the way that this movie was filmed, and I loved seeing Emily and Christopher back together because, as you know, they had a Christmas movie together back in the day, Hearts. That's the only thing I remember, like Christmas Hearts. I am not good with titles, you guys. That was a really good movie too, so go check that one out. I will put the title on the screen because I'm having a moment. But anyways, I thought that this was such a great movie that I am giving it a 5-star rating. So cue the disco ball. Pew! Missing the boat, missing the boat. Yep, so that is it for Hallmark's Winter Escape. We had 5 movies. They were all fantastic. And this is actually February 8th whenever I am filming this. So they had a new movie released last night for Lovuary. I've not even watched it yet, but I cannot wait. And what I will do is I will put all of those into one big movie and throw them at you at the end of February. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you agree with me on these ratings, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know. That's okay. We all have our points of views and movies that we feel like should get higher scores or lower scores, and that's totally fine because this is just my opinion, and I love Hallmark. I'm a Hallmark junkie. What can I say? That's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Giddy up.